Hi everybody, this is Adrienne. This is totally unnerving because it's the first time I'm doing it, but I am going to open up a jewelry jar or jewelry bag as they call them now since there aren't many jars left after COVID. I am new to this because this is not my first career or first job. This is something I'm doing strictly as a hobby, part-time. I am selling some of the jewelry, but in the middle of COVID, I found myself feeling, as we all have, very kind of blue and in need of an outlet and something new and exciting that I could do in my free time. My job is to run a PR agency, which can be very stressful. I started out in New York and built it up to a 2-office operation, one in San Diego and one in the Big Apple, where I'm from. And things started slowing down in March, and it was devastating to me, having spent so many months and years and hours devoted to creating a PR agency that is still, going strong and doing okay. But then I found myself at this crossroads, as we all acknowledge is this year's challenge, which is, how do I make life more exciting now that I'm in the house all day? And this is it. So as I told you, I'm from New York City and lived in Manhattan for many years. I fell in love with consignment and thrifting in my 20s on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, and I used it basically as a way to make fashion more affordable. I never was a huge fan of the mainstream stores and always kind of would pride myself on having things that were a little bit more original and interesting than could be found in some of those big retailers. So I started thrifting. My favorite thrift store in New York was called Designer Resale, and they would run a few sales every year and offer 80% off of all of their wares, which included coats, clothes, shoes, jewelry, scarves, wallets, everything. And I would go in there and buy the clothing and jewelry at a fraction of the retail price, but also much cheaper than I would have spent in something like Gap or Banana Republic on new clothes. So I fell in love with it pretty quickly. I would buy Prada dresses for $50 or, Gucci boots for $100 that went for $2,000 in the stores. And many of the items in the consignment stores in New York are brand new. They're either clothing with the tags on, or many editors and writers at the fashion books get these items for free to try them out or to use on the models, and then they consign them. And so I would buy things that had never been worn. Anyway, so fast forward many years later, and here I am in the middle of COVID, and I discover Shop Goodwill and Salvation Army online and decide, let me explore this a little bit and see if I could buy and sell jewelry, which is my first love. I love clothes too, but my first love is jewelry, as my husband can attest to. And it became really fun bidding on all of the jewelry, and then I started following people like Hudson Vintage and Thelma Thrift and Princess Casserole. All of you are my idols, my jewelry idols. In particular, Hudson Vintage, because Dawn, really is super knowledgeable about so many of the high-end designer products, and I really enjoy learning about the history and the construction and craft of the jewelry and how beautifully it was constructed. And I'm in constant amazement at the lasting quality of these products, which in many cases are, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, including one of my rings, which I don't have on today, but I will show you guys that my husband gifted me, which is a setting that my great-grandmother had, a Tiffany setting, which is over 100 years old. So that's probably the oldest item that I own. Anyway, here we go. It's very addictive to open these bags and jars, and I hope we found a good one today, because I would hate to have my first experience with you all and not have found anything interesting. So here we go. Okay, so this is from Goodwill, Shop Goodwill, which I almost actually worked for when I was in New York handling PR for one of their divisions. I love what they do, and you can really find some gems in these jars. But anyway, I bid for this. It was a total of $15 that I won it for, with shipping, which tends to be so expensive because the goods are heavy. It was an additional $8 or so, and with handling and tax, the grand total was $27.23. But goes to a good cause, right? So here we go, guys. Let's see. Oh, by the way, these are 14 karat from my own collection. It's actually probably from my mom's collection. Hi, Marcia. And, oh, she really introduced me to my love of jewelry. And she used to sell jewelry many years ago in Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, that area, which is where we're all from. Anyway, this is KJL, Kenneth J. Lane. I love this lariat. It can tie a few times. Stunning. And I just love the detail. You can see on the construction here. It's gold tone. And even though it's vintage, I mean, look how beautiful the gold is. I feel like I find so many new, modern, contemporary products in these bags, and I'm blown away by their condition, and they're only a few years old, yet these products are just in absolutely amazing condition. So, okay, let's see. This looks like a zodiac necklace of some sort. By the way, some YouTubers do their videos a different way and not face-to-face. I don't know how I'm going to wind up doing this long-term, but I'm going to go face-to-face today so you know who you're talking to in the future. Anyway, zodiac charm on a gold tone chain. This does have a marking on the back. Whoops, there goes my magnet. All these contraptions that I got to figure this out on what's what. But there's my loop. It says, oh, this is a really good start. This says 1/20th, 12 karat gold filled. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't, but let's see. Can you? Probably not, but that's a darn good way to start, and it's very cool with all of the signs of the zodiac. That's awesome. I would actually wear this myself. See, this is the problem, because I find all these great things and then I want to keep them, and that's not very lucrative, and my husband is probably ready to kill me because there's a box arriving here pretty much every day. But anyway, that's a great one. I would totally wear that, although I probably should sell it. Okay, what is this? I have a song in my head after seeing this, which is, I Wanna Rock. Terrible singer. Don't know what this is. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. This is a belt. This is a chain belt. Oh, my gosh, you guys, I found the best chain belt in one of these bags, which was St. John, and quite stunning with buttons on it. It's just absolutely spectacular. I'm selling that one, although I wanted to keep that too. So this is a belt. It's silver tone. It's got a cute little star hanging from it, and it says rock, and I'm not going to even check to see if it has a stamp, because it's obviously faux, but it doesn't have a designer stamp on it. We know it's not going to be silver, but That's cute. All right, off to a nice start. I have a feeling this is going to be a bunch of vintage stuff, which is my absolute favorite because I have plenty of contemporary necklaces and things that I'm selling, but my real interest is in the vintage jewelry area where I'm just starting to collect. And this is probably vintage. So you can really tell, as many of you know, from the locks, what is vintage and what is contemporary. So if something has a lobster claw, for instance, there's probably very little chance, if any, that it's a vintage piece. But this looks vintage to me, and it's got this clasp. Very pretty gold tone necklace, and it's got these, I don't believe those are real stones, but it's got a few different stones in here, green stones and black stones, and you know, definitely not emerald. I'm not sure what those stones are, but I can look at them a little closer and see if I can figure that out. But that's a pretty awesome piece. Sometimes I'm really surprised because I get some bags for like $90 and they don't really have anything in them, and then I get some bags like this one, which I got, as I said, for $15 on the bid, and I already have something that's, you know, part gold and one piece that's vintage. So who knows? Luck of the draw. This looks vintage too, and I love that. Look how awesome that is. All the intricate marks here and twists and turns of the gold. Let me see. This looks Monet to me. Does it look Monet to you? I just bought a Monet piece that was outrageous, and I can show that to you another day. But let me see what this says, if anything. Usually it will have a hang tag if it's Monet, but I do have the Monet book, and I can look that up, and that's what I actually think it is. I don't see any other markings on it. Another good piece. Yay! So glad that I'm taping this right now because you guys can experience this with me. Now I kind of have to post it because even though I was a little bit shy about doing this, I kind of feel like I need to share the joy here for these vintage pieces. This one's, I think this is vintage too. Someone must have given their collection in. No maker's mark. This is gold tone, triple strand. I wouldn't be surprised if this was Monet, but not marked. And no mark there either. But triple strand, really pretty and interesting vintage. Okay, amazing. Another interesting piece. Oh, I'm gonna go nuts with all the tangles, especially because I'm taping this. It's gonna stress me out. But is this a locket? This might be a locket. And that looks like amethyst or faux amethyst there. And this is speed up. I mean, this has got a lot of tarnish and build up, and that's unfortunate because this could have been a really cool piece. Maybe I can clean it up. I don't think I can fix the stones though, because those stones are missing. Oh, it does open. Of course, it's perfect inside. Perfect inside and flawed on the outside. But I don't know if this is, so if this is something significant, like a significant historical type piece, which it might be, who knows, then maybe I can fix it up. But anyway, interesting looking. You can't win them all. They can't all be fantastic, right? Here's a cute little one. These are all going to be necklaces, by the way. I think I said that at the beginning. It's a necklace lot. That's pretty. There's no coolness to this. So, and this is not lapis, and I doubt this is silver. I'm sure it's magnetic, which it is. Yep. So costume piece, pretty coloring. Let me see if the rhinestones are all there. They are. Lobster claw, so this is contemporary. Cute. Cutie, cute, cute, cute. Who knows what this is? Another vintage. Gosh, I wish these were marked. This almost looks like, it could be, I don't know, a homemade piece. It seems a little crafty. Pretty sure this is not any of the high-end designers. It's kind of fun, but someone obviously did that. And it's got some shells, some beads, some glass beads, cloisonne, and this nice bead at the end. I don't know. It's all right. This is contemporary. This is funny that I got this because my colleague at the PR agency, which is called Atrium, by the way, fell in love with one of my pieces that was similar to this, and the piece was, I believe, and I still have to check it, gold filled, so I was hesitant to give it away. And then I felt badly not giving it to her, so I bought this piece off of one of the websites. This one's broken, so this goes into a craft lot, but I did buy her this because it looked like the one that she had admired that I had. Okay. Here come the tangles. I'm guessing this is going to be, yeah, Claire's. Big beads. There's some interesting coloring going on there. That's pretty. It's almost like an abalone shell. Black and white. Never goes out of style, right? Okay. And then we've got this one, which is on a leather cord. Oh, this might be lapis. Hold on a minute. These are really pretty. They're cold to the touch. Do they have those little? Yep, they do. This is lapis. That's a nice find. So this is lapis with wood beads and leather. Very pretty lapis beads too. You can see, you could probably see the gold flecks in there. I'm gonna have to get a stronger light, I think, if I film. But that's really cute. I'd wear that too. See, this is what happens. You take everything out of the bag and you say, I'd wear that, I'd wear that, and I'd wear that. And then you don't sell anything, which was partly the idea for this. Not sure that's happening. Anyway, I got something like this the other day in one of the bags, and it was Premier Designs. This does not have a maker's mark, but it looks to me like a Premier piece, or maybe Chico's. I love when beads make that sound. Don't you? Anyway, some nice beads there, and stonework. Not stonework, but anyway. Okay. And then, oh, I think I got this the other day too. Oh no, this is different. I got one of these, and it was a centennial piece for the Liberty Bell, which was kind of neat because I lived in New Jersey before I moved to New York, and we lived in Cherry Hill, which was near Philadelphia. And so I remember my parents taking me to see the Liberty Bell, which I'm sure many of us remember doing things like that. Plastic, pretty colors, some turquoise, purple, blue, but plastic beads there. Prefer to get lapis and semi-precious jewelry in these, but we'll take what we can get sometimes, right? This is tarnished. This is I think, beyond repair. There's a magnet sticking to it. Not sure why. But I do like getting magnetic bracelets in these because I use them all the time to see if something's sterling. That's not. Anyway, this is going into a craft lot because this is very tarnished and has seen better days. But I suppose I should just... no, beyond repair. Beyond repair. Okay. Now, this feels really dirty. Okay, this actually feels really gross. I'm always surprised at how some of these items feel. And I bought something on eBay the other day, a lot, and I kid you not, in the lock was a big lock of hair. And the person who sold it to me at first refused to take it back. And they said, you know, these items do not need to be cleaned. And I beg to differ. I feel like you don't have to clean things like this that feel a little bit gritty. But don't put a lock of hair or leave a lock of hair in a necklace and then sell it. That's really gross, especially in the middle of COVID. That's super pretty. This definitely needs a cleaning. But I think I can fix that and make that sellable or wearable. What is this? Oh, that's cute. A little contemporary piece, which is light blue. I think blue is flattering on everybody. I love wearing blue, as you can see. But that's super cute. And it's got, you know, very little wear to it. Probably sell that. This one, I think I have in multiple colors. And it's kind of cool, but listen, I don't know if this is intentionally antiqued, as they call it, or tarnished or dirty, but that needs a cleaning as well. Pretty colors, turquoise greens. Is that hot pink or red? I like it, but it needs cleaning. Oh, we started off so well with all the vintage stuff. I want more. More vintage. Another contemporary piece. This is a Y necklace. Gosh, I used to wear these all the time. Probably bought them from, like, Express. Cute. Crystal, gold pendant at the end. Okay. Nice one. Okay. This is definitely vintage. Although it's very glossy, very shiny, but it does have a vintage clasp. So weird. The clasp is vintage looking, but the chain is very gold and looks like it has no wear. Weird. Okay. And then we've got, I'm very intrigued by this big coin necklace. I love coin jewelry. I was wearing my coin necklace, I want to say day before yesterday, that was gifted to me. Actually a cancer survivor and worked for Susan G. Komen in New York for a bunch of years. And they gifted their team and the major donors for that cause with this beautiful 14-karat gold necklace that says "to soar on wings of fragile victory." Isn't that beautiful? And it's a coin, and it's very, very pretty. This is a U.S. dollar, 1972. It's not a silver dollar because it's gold. But that's what that is. I could probably wear it with the necklace I'm wearing right now. That's neat. Love that. Oh no, we're almost done. Sad. I'm always sad when I get to the bottom of these. Contemporary piece. And it's a toggle necklace with green and Green beads, pearl, little iridescence there. Cute, cute little piece. Cute little costume piece. I like some of the things in this bag, but I do have to say, this is all necklaces, and I do usually enjoy the variety of some of the jars that have rings and bracelets and other things. But this is probably a good way to start. I have about 100 of these necklaces. So if you are interested in this kind of style at all, please let me know, because I can sell them to you. And I'm going to put all of my selling sites onto the link here, so you can shop my goods. I mean, that's a really pretty one though. See, it's so cute. It's really cute. I love everything as a choker though. Really pretty turquoise flowers. I bet this was made by J. Crew. It does not have a maker's mark, but J. Crew makes a lot of that stuff, and they make really nice jewelry too, which I didn't know until I started doing this. And I wasn't ever a J. Crew shopper. Like I said, I predominantly shopped thrift and boutiques, because I don't really buy mainstream items. But now I've learned that J. Crew and frankly Chico's, which I didn't know much about, sell some beautiful jewelry. Costume piece. This is a long one. I don't know, what's this, 32 inches or so? Long piece, silver tone. Little razzle dazzle, some fringe. It's missing a few stones. Yep. Darn it. Craft lot. Craft lot. I see some vintage in here somewhere. There's a few necklaces. What is this? Oh, this is a pendant. I have tons of pendants. I need to take all of the pendants and pair them with my chains, because I also have a lot of chains that do not have a pendant partner. And that's a pretty one. Crystals and a pearl. Okay. We're at the bottom here. Last few. Last few. Here we go. The tangles are sometimes good though, because I often, it won't be with this particular bag, because it's only necklaces, but I do find quite a bit of silver earrings and bits. Let's call them bits at the bottom. Cute piece, got a wing, turquoise, beads on an antique chain. I think that's intentionally antique just because of the coloring of the pendant as well. Okay. And then we've got, this feels old to me. What is this? Okay, this is a long necklace. This is in need of a cleaning. This is gold tone chains with, I don't think these are real pearls. I don't know. Some people put things in their mouth, the pearls in their mouth. I can't seem to do that. I don't know. This feels real because it's ridgy. But let's see if this says anything. Wouldn't it be fun if that was gold? I always think that to myself, like, what if this one's gold? It's not, obviously, but yeah, this, I don't know if this can be cleaned, but I will try. All right, this feels similar, but this might be a more modern piece. Similar clasp. I don't know. I think these are just glass beads. Pretty? Okay. Is this going to be a black one? Probably. No, this is a little different. This is definitely more contemporary. See? Lobster clasp. And this is what looks like little jets and silver tone chain. Okay? Cute. Last one. This is definitely Premier Designs. I will look to be sure. Yep. Gosh, it took me such a long time to figure out that maker's mark. I had no idea what that was. But now that I know, it pops up everywhere. All right, this is just going to be a plain chain. So this is one of those chains that I need to marry with a pendant. And I have to get the tangles out, but that's boring for you guys. And then this one sad, lonely little crystal earring. And we know we're not going to find the mate to that because this was not a lot with earrings. So that guy must have hung on to one of his necklace friends and came along for the ride. Anyway, all right, well, first one's over. That was the hardest one, I'm sure, the first video. And thanks for joining me. I hope someone's joining me. And I am going to do these, I want to say weekly, because if I keep buying these jars, my husband is potentially going to divorce me, and we're only married for a couple of years. But who knows? Maybe with this channel, I'll start selling a lot, and then I can do whatever I want. No one's going to ask any questions. This is cute, though. This chain has a little pearl at the end. I love that. All right. So till the next time, thank you for joining. This is Adrienne, and I will see you again. Take care.